Hello, Africa. My name is Eunice Tony, and this is eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. It's the show that tackles issues pertaining to women as they contribute to national development. Wow, how have you been? And who have you been crushing on, knowing that today is Wednesday? And as usual, we always have our WCW personality. So we are waiting for you to send through that person via our Facebook page at eTVGH, okay? So we are streaming live on our Facebook page, and also we are on GoTV channel 177. If you've got digital TV as well, you could also watch us through there. And we want to say a lovely evening to you all as you watch us. Well, this show is actually brought to you by kind courtesy of very powerful brands, and I want to really acknowledge these brands. First on my list is Chana Sheto. Chana Sheto is Ghana's #1 pepper sauce. And if you have not tried any cooking with Chana Sheto, I want to crave your indulgence to actually try it out. You could try it out with your plain rice, with stew, with your jollof, with bread, with fried egg. Just try it out with Chana Sheto, and you definitely will be telling other people about it. For bulk purchase, please call the number that's scrolling right now on your screen to be able to get your bulk purchase. Lizzie's tomato mix is Ghana's #1 tomato mix. That jollof rice that you ate in someone's house and it tasted so good. You know what? The person actually used Lizzie's tomato mix to prepare it. That nkatenkwan, that light soup, that goat meat abenkwan. Oh my God, it was all Lizzie's tomato mix. So if you want to have a very delicious cooking with very nice aroma, we want you to use Lizzie's tomato mix for all your tomato needs and tomato cooking, okay? We also have got their number on the screen. If you want to engage in bulk purchase, please call them right now. Awo's hair has taken care of my hair, and I really am feeling myself because she has taken care of me. You can locate her on Instagram and Facebook at Awo's hair, and she will sort you out. If you want it bleached, if you want it braided, whichever way you want it, Awo will definitely sort you out. Afariwa Styles. Whoa, I love what you are making me wear today. I love what I'm wearing. And you can locate Afariwa Styles along Osu, or also at the Teshiningwa container bus stop. You'll find Afariwa Styles there. She is really good when it comes to ladies and gents outfits, and also they are ready-made. So you just walk in, fit, and then you come out. Afariwa Styles has also gotten gift vouchers. So if you want to say a very big thank you to those clients or those special people in your life, and you don't know what their preference is, just look out for Afariwa's vouchers, and then you get it for them, and then I'm sure they'll be thanking you right after. Thank you so much for staying with us, but as usual, we always take you to the 60 seconds update segment where we tell you what's happening with women in Ghana and across Africa. So do stay tuned as we bring you that.
Madam Mavis Hawakumson, the Minister of Fisheries and Agriculture Development, has appealed to Osu residents and its environs who have consumed some of the fish that were washed ashore over the weekend to own up so that they can't be observed. She made it known on Tuesday over an engagement with the media, explaining that there is the need for such persons to undergo medical checkups. She appealed, "I want to use this opportunity. If anyone has taken or consumed the fish, please own up so we can address any problems that may arise out of consumption." In the meantime, Delesi Mimidakun, the CEO of the FDA, says authority will facilitate the immediate completion of investigations into the matter. The Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Sarah Adjwasafo, wants the police to speed up the investigations into the death of 11-year-old Ishmael Mensah, who was allegedly murdered by his friends at Lamte Mills, a suburb of Kaswa. Reacting to the unfortunate incident in a statement, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection commiserated with the family of the deceased. "As a mother myself with a son just around that age, I can't imagine her pain and anguish she is experiencing," she said. She further called on the police to hurry with the investigation into the matter so that they can give the family and young Ishmael the justice and closure they deserve. Amy Frimpong, The executive director of the National Theatre says Ghanaian filmmakers are missing out on a lot of local content that could enrich their films. Speaking in an interview, she said, lately, films being produced tend to copy the Nigerian style, therefore neglecting the Ghanaian culture. I cringe when I see the engagement ceremony and everybody is in gele and all these things because we have ours, she said. Madam Amy said her outfit tries as much as possible to make productions that focuses on Ghanaian culture. However, many people do not show interest. But she cautioned Ghanaians to use more of Ghanaian music, dance and clothing in our movies to teach the culture to the outside world.
Wow, and you're welcome back to eTV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. So what have you been doing whenever you go for occasions? Well, we got an advice that we should try and look more Ghanaian and not look like other Africans. Let's try to identify with our own culture and our own roots and project it with pride. Well, we spoke to you on social media before now that we're going to be inviting someone that is really celebrated in the fashion industry here in Ghana. And it's really a joyful thing for me to say that she's right here in our studios. And I'm going to be introducing her to you right away. So some people were asking me about stuff about her. And the good thing is that I've gotten some information I'd like to share with you about our personality today. So if there's something else you know, just type it into our Facebook page and then let us hear about it. But the beautiful thing is that Selina Bebb is one who is really identifying with her Ghanaian roots and her Ghanaian culture. When you see her right now, you will really understand what I mean by that. She's someone who is celebrated here in Ghana and across the world. She's received several awards for all that she does. And you know what? She's not into just one kind of accessory when it comes to, you know, beautifying yourself. She's into so many things and so many ranges. And I would like you to know that when she speaks to you today, she's actually speaking out of experience, okay? And it's based on what she's done so far and her track, you know, roots that has really brought her to the place she is. So when we looked around and we're wondering who is really going to help us with our topic today about how to position your product for the international market, we decided that she would definitely be the best person. So before she comes on, I'd like to go on our Facebook page to see who is talking to us. And those of you who always send us waves, thank you very much. I see you all sending your waves and you're sending it from all across Africa and the world. First, I'm starting from the UK. I see you. You're sending your wave and you're telling me that you're seated right here, you know, waiting to get to hear from our guest. Thank you so much. I see your wave from Abuja. I see your wave from Tanzania. I also see your wave, Latifa, from Morocco. You're watching us right now and you said you've been following Selena and today you really want to hear her speak. That's beautiful. I see you, Princess Irajwa. She's sending so many smileys across. She says, oh, I'm here, I'm here. That's fine. I also see another wave from Egypt. I see a wave from Tunisia. Wow, that's nice. We've not had a wave from Tunisia before, so we're very happy that you're actually sending us a wave today. Sierra Leone, yes, we see you. Now, coming down to Ghana, I see Tamale as usual. They are always the first to send their waves. Tamale, thank you so much. Accra, I see you. Central Region, Sunyani, I also see you. And, well, I've not seen Volta today. Volta, where are you? Please, I need you to send your wave right now so we know that you're watching, okay? Right, so I'll still come back to our social media page to acknowledge more of you. But right now, we really have to go into the business of the day. So let our drum roll as we make welcome our very, very well-celebrated fashion designer and fashion entrepreneur, Selina Bebb. Yay!
Hey, Eunice.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Eunice.
Wow, and I'm really loving what you have on your neck. You see, when I said she's really celebrating the Ghanaian roots, you can tell. Because I can't really understand how she's been able to put something like this together. This is really nice.
Thank you,
It's
thank you.
beautiful.
This is a statement neck piece made with African print.
Wow, it's a statement neck piece.
And it's
So,
such a
but-
pleasure to be here, by the way. You
Thank
look
you.
fabulous.
Oh, thank you so much. We are actually learning from all the styles and the things you've been putting up, so we try to follow. You've really contributed to fashion in Ghana. And I want to say, you know, initially, let me say, ladies, yeah, we like to wear nice things. But when it came to wearing nice things with our Ghanaian fabric, well, we didn't really, you know, do so much there. But you actually introduced so many styles and innovations that made us to really feel proud to wear our Ghanaian fabrics. And I want to say a very big thank you to you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That is you're too kind, basically.
Oh, thank
such
you.
a nice thing to say. Thank you.
All right. So today we are going to be discussing, you know, positioning your product for the international market.
Okay.
Right, so let's start from the very basics. When we say we want to get our product to the international markets, what are we looking at?
Right, so wanting to get your product into the international market, first of all, you have to make sure that you're ready. Okay, it's not just saying, I want to go global, I want to go international. You have to be ready. You have to make sure that you have the capacity to produce, to meet the kind of demand you're going to get once you get that kind of international exposure. So that's the first thing you need to do. Make sure you have the capacity to produce, because the orders are going to come in abundance.
Okay.
And you should be able to meet the orders that you'll be getting. You have to make sure that you have the best quality. You know, over there, they don't joke, especially in Europe and America. You have to meet international standards. You have to make sure that you're conforming with whatever is required when it comes to the kind of product you're producing. If it's food, you have to make sure that it's FDA approved. FDA over whichever country you're taking it into as well will accept it and approve it. If it's leather products, like what I do, I make a lot of bags with leather and African print. You have to make sure the kind of leather you're using is approved in whichever market you're trying to penetrate into. So these are some of the things that you need to look at when you want to position your brand for the international market.
Okay, so it's all about readiness, because the orders are going to be coming. So if you don't have the capacity to be able to put your orders together, there's no point saying you want to go global, because you need to be able to satisfy us here locally first before you get to satisfy people beyond, you know, where you are. Beautiful.
Precisely.
All right, so let's just come to your personal life.
Okay.
Let's take a look at what you've been doing for the past 9 years, and that's the birth of, you know, your brand. 9 years ago, you birthed the brand, and I actually saw on social media beautiful things that you actually put up there. I mean, it was really nice to watch. But if you look back, what would you say that you've been able to do that just makes you smile? When you remember it, you're just like, wow, I'm so happy I did this. Do you have any one thing like that?
Yes. When I look at my new shop, where I am right now, it's huge, it's big, it's a big shop, and it's plush, if I can say so myself. So when I look back at where I started from, you know, the first year of operation, I was working for my car boot. I didn't even have a shop, you know, so from going from working for my car boot to having my very first shop, which was also in Osu. My new shop is in Osu as well, and my very first shop was in Osu, in the same area. And so when I see videos or pictures, even today, Facebook reminded me of some of my old pictures from my old shop, and I was like, wow, I've come a long way. When I see my old shop, from my car boot to my old shop to where I am now, it makes me smile. I feel like this shows the kind of journey I've been through, and it tells me where I started from and where I am now, and it really, really does gladden my heart, and it makes me want to praise God all the time.
Beautiful. Yes. I mean, it's a powerful reason to
So that's definitely one thing that makes
God.
me smile. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Well, the good things are there. So any embarrassing moment that makes you feel like, Charlie, I don't want to remember this. I don't want to remember this.
Yes. One or two embarrassing moments, definitely for me, were times when that was the first day of operation where I didn't have a shop and I was operating for my car boot. So I would use social media, especially Facebook, to advertise my products, and people contact me and say, come and show it to me, or come and show them to me. So you carry a whole bag or suitcase full of bags. I started with just the bags before I introduced the, you know, the beads and the jewelry, footwear, and now we do clothes as well. So you carry a suitcase full of bags to somebody's office or house. They'll go through and they'll be like, nah, this is not the type I want, or no, I don't like any of them. It was so demoralizing and humiliating. And sometimes you feel like, I don't want to do this. Do I really need, because I was working on radio at the time. I was working in the media. I was earning quite good money. I was working for a private station. And so I felt like, why do I have to go through all this? But it was the passion that kept me going. I was so passionate. I wanted to produce all these African-inspired and Ghanaian-made, quality, durable, good bags. So I just kept thinking of the purpose, why I started a brand, and that kept me going. But those moments were a bit low for me, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so viewers, we're going to be going for a quick commercial break. But before we go there, I'd like you to take something out from here. She started from her car boot. So it means that little beginnings are always there. But would you want to go beyond your little beginnings, or would you want to remain there? She found a way to grow her business by using social media. Technology is all around us, and you really have to master how to make use of it to expand, okay? When we return from this commercial break, we get to understand her business the more. Do stay tuned. You're welcome back to eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show, and our guest tonight is Selina Bebb, a celebrated fashion designer and fashion entrepreneur. When we started, we actually discussed with her how it was embarrassing moments and smiling moments for her, and she said that the smiling moments were like when she looks back and sees her journey, it makes her smile. And also the down times are like when she goes to people and, you know, people are just giving her levels. So those levels will come, but overlook them, because today she's being celebrated across the entire world. We have people watching from all over the world because they've actually followed her work. So that tells you that your little beginnings are not that small. They can be great. So as we go deeper into the conversation, we'd like you to really get to know who we're talking to. Selina Bebb is a trained broadcast journalist, fashion designer, and a fashion entrepreneur. She attended Ola Girls Secondary School in Ho, Ghana. So those of you who went to that school, yeah, you've got somebody here representing you all well. She studied and worked in the UK for 11 years and moved back to Ghana in 2008, mainly because she wanted to pursue a career in media. Selina had a wealth of experience in customer service from working for top UK retail brands and shops, including Marks & Spencer, Habitat, Argos, the perfume shop, and Boots, the chemist. Shortly after returning to Ghana in 2008, she was trained at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation Training School in broadcasting techniques and was employed after her training by GBC as a radio presenter on GBC's Unique FM. She presented 2 programs there, High Life is Alive and From Me to You. Okay, so we're also going to look into her passion. Her deep passion for fashion, especially accessories, made her start her accessories brand, Selina Bebb, in 2012. Selina Bebb produces African print accessories and has become a household name for its unique and quality designs. Her brand, Selina Bebb, has participated in numerous exhibitions and fashion shows, including New Orleans Fashion Week in 2018, Gaba Expo 2014 and 2016 in the UK, Africa Fashion Week, London 2015, and Glades Africa Fashion Week in 2013, 2016, 2018, 2019, and in 2020. Wow. Also, Selina has won the Accessory Designer or Brand of the Year in 2015 at the Glades Style Awards in Ghana, and won an award for exceptional achievement in high-end fashion accessories at the Feminine Ghana Achievement Awards in 2016. Wow. She has been named as one of the 100 most outstanding women entrepreneurs in Ghana as a brand or company that has been in Ghana for quite a while. The beautiful thing about Selina is coming. She's now listed, yes, in Beyonce's Black Parade Directory in 2020. Wow, this is an initiative by Beyonce. Yes, the world-acclaimed Beyonce. She has this initiative that makes her to give recognition to brands that are doing well or black-owned businesses. And Selina Bebb's brand is part of this directory. So that goes to tell you that Selina, when she looks back and she's smiling, she understands the reason why. Because for someone who started how she started, being recognized, even to be part of the directory of Beyonce, it tells you a lot that you do not have to look down on your small beginnings. Miss Mensah loves children and is an advocate for women and children's rights. She believes in equal and fair opportunities for both the girl child and the boy child. Her hobbies are inspiring people, having motivational talks, traveling, fashion, tennis, listening to music, and anything entertainment related. Her family consists of her father and 5 siblings. So are they watching right now? Would you want to say hello to any of them?
Yes, hello to everybody, to my dad, My brothers and sisters, love you all.
Oh, beautiful.
I have a very supportive family.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And we are also saying hello to you too from here. She says you're all supportive. Thank you so much for watching her back. Now, Selina, I would like to have us reiterate again what producers need to get right first, locally, before looking into the international market. Before we went on the break, we talked about the fact that people need to be prepared. So you do not say you want to go global, especially because every time people are asked, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? They say, I want to go global. And they feel that going global is just by, you know, a wave of the hand. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to prepare for that. And what kind of preparation are we looking at in terms of your capacity? You should be able to, you know, have what it takes to be able to produce as much as you can, so that when the orders begin to come in, you definitely be able to service your clients. What would you say about an attitude that not Ghanaians, let's say Africans have got, and which has got to do with time? What would you say about it?
Our time management is terrible, basically, as Africans and Ghanaians in particular, and we need to do better and improve on that, because that can affect your production and meeting deadlines. You know, if you're always procrastinating, you don't have a schedule, and so you're just working anyhow. If you have a big order, you can finish behind time, and that can affect your business, because next time you're not going to get another deal or contract like that. So our time management definitely need to improve.
You need to
Africans.
improve on it.
Yeah.
You know the reason why I had to raise this time management thing, because she's a fashion designer, and we all know what happens when it comes to fashion designing in the country. You tell them that you need something for a particular day, and then even on the day, they haven't sewn the dress. Is that terrible? Time management is a problem for us. So Selina is saying that part of the reasons why she's successful where she is because they do better when it comes to time management. And you really have to be able to get that on point. Manage your time better and be prepared to be able to meet up with the orders that will be coming through when you eventually get into the international market. So now let's look into this aspect where somebody watching us right now has got the capacity and somehow is ready to be able to start this business and has understood now that she has got to take care of her time and better manage it to be able to deliver on her promises. Is there anything else someone needs to know? For instance, the exchange rate, because, you know, sometimes people may feel that going global or going into international space has got to do with your level of education. You need to really, you know, be a book person, understand mathematics and all of that. But that's not the case. Sometimes you may not really be somebody who has got a degree, but there are basic things that you need to know to be able to get into that part of the business. So let's say, for instance, when it comes to exchange rates, is it something that really people have to really look at very well to be able to understand, okay, if I go this way, I'm making losses or I'm making gains? What would you want to say when it comes to this kind of knowledge?
Oh yes, exchange rate is definitely important if you want to go global or sell to an international market. Because in Ghana, the US dollar, for instance, it fluctuates. It's always going up and up. I was going to say it comes down, but it hardly comes down. It's mostly going up. You know, so you have to have that in mind. So for instance, what I do with my team is that when we're pricing for people who live outside Ghana, we don't go with exactly the rate. Because first of all, your bank will tell you, oh, the dollar is 5.5. You go on the internet will tell you it's 5.6. You go to the Forex Bureau next to your shop and it's 5.8.
That's true.
Yeah. So what we do is we sort of round it up to the next figure. So right now it's between 5.7, 5.8. We just make it 6. Okay. Yes. So if you buy something, we'll price it in dollars for you with 6 cedis rather than the actual pricing, which is about 5.7 or 5.8. Because if you do 5.7 and it goes up to 5.9 the next day, you're losing money. So you have to bear that in mind. Don't go with exactly the exact rate. Just add about 10 pesos or 20 pesos just to, you know, cover yourself up for any losses that may occur in case the rate goes down or up. Because sometimes it can go down as well. Okay. You can price that. You can change it at 5.7 and it can go down to 5.5, and that means that you lose some money. So you have to have that in mind with this exchange rate thing. You know, I've talked about quality. Make sure that it's quality and it's going to be accepted in whatever market you're trying to go into. You also have to have your paperwork. That is one thing I had to learn the hard way. When I first started, I had people all over Europe and America, South Africa, who wanted to sell my things. And I didn't have any contracts with them. I just thought, oh, these are good people. They want to sell my brand. And initially, some of them would say, give us wholesale prices, we'll pay. But I got to a point where they all didn't want to pay. They would say, we'll sell and then we'll pay you. And now I have shops, yes, in America, in the UK, who owe me money for years now, and they don't want to pay. The mistake I did was I just had a verbal agreement with them. We didn't have anything written down. And these are items they've actually sold, because I've been to some of the shops, I've sent people to some of these shops, and the items have all been sold, yes. And they don't want to pay me my money. So please, it's really important. You have to make sure that you have a contract with them. Even if it means a handwritten something, you sign, let them also sign. Make sure you have evidence, communicate with them via email. That way you're able to keep up, and it's official, because, email makes it a bit more official than WhatsApp or text messages. So it's really important. Don't just get excited that, oh, I've got my products being sold in LA. I had a shop in LA that used to sell my products, and they owe me money now. Don't get too excited that, oh, I have my products sold abroad. What's the point in your products being sold and you're not getting your money?
Getting the money.
At the end of the day, the bottom line is what we're all looking for. You want your money. You want to be able to make profit and make money. So don't be just carried away with international market. Make sure that you're getting the right deal. Have a contract with them. It's better for you to reduce and then they pay you upfront. So that's what I do now. The main agent I have abroad now is in the UK. She pays me upfront. I give her a nice wholesale price. She pays me, and then that's it. I know the products are hers. Whether she sold it or not, they are her property. They are no more my property. But if it's a sell and pay, make sure you have a proper agreement with them. And when there's a default in payment, you can actually hold them liable.
Wow, that's interesting. So do not just go and say, I'm happy that they're selling my products abroad. If you do not have your paperwork, well, it's unfortunate. You could be running into huge losses.
Yes.
And there's nothing you can do about it. On your room, so you can't really say much. You just have to keep following up until whenever, well, they are attached to give you the money, and we are not even sure of when this is going to be. So we'll have to go for another commercial break. But when we return, we are going to be asking Selena this particular question. How do we position our brand? Should we position it by pricing? Should we position it by quality? In what way should we position our brand in such a way that we can say, okay, based on this, I know I am going to be moving to the next level? Have you positioned your brand? How have you positioned it? I'd like you to share that with me, so we, work with the notes together and educate other women and get them empowered. So just stay tuned. You're welcome back to eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. So we've been discussing with Selena Beb, and we are looking at how to position our products for international market. And just before we went on the break, I said we're going to ask her when we return how one can position, her products. Do we do this by pricing or by quality? In what way should we position our product? And then we know that, okay, we are on the way to getting ourselves into the global market. So please take it away.
So yeah, all the things you mentioned are things that you need to consider if you want to position yourself for global market. Definitely your pricing will play a factor. You have to make sure your pricing is competitive. You can compete with those who are already doing it out there. You shouldn't make it too pricey, and it shouldn't be too low as well, because if it's too low, the instant feeling people will get is that it's inferior product because of the pricing, and you don't want to make it too high end as well. Then they'll feel like it's too expensive.
It's not affordable.
If there's someone locally producing one at a lower price, they'll go for that. So you have to make it affordable, but not too low, not too high. Yeah. You have to basically...
This is really tricky.
It's tricky.
Not too high, not too low. So
it's tricky because when you are exporting, whichever way that you take your products out there as well, it's going to cost you money, carrying it all over there. So you have to add that to your pricing. So it will definitely, you have to mark it up a little bit more than how you sell it locally. So you just need to basically compare prices with people who are also doing similar things to you.
Okay.
Yes. And then... you need to make sure that your brand gets some exposure, because if you don't get exposure, you're not going to get recognition globally. What I did to get some global recognition is to attend trade shows. It was self-funded, it was very expensive, but that is what I had to do. because I didn't want to just stay here and be a local champion. I
Okay.
mean, it's okay to stay here. There's a big market here. You can still sell, you know, but if you have this mindset and you're determined to be a global brand, you have to go out there. You have to position yourself there. Otherwise, nobody's going to recognize you.
Wow.
Luckily, we have social media, so you can stay here and still sort of do social media promo and all that. But it's not the same as going there physically, taking your products to them. Yes. So
And speaking to the issues, because they get the chance to really have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
How do I get to use this? And
Yes.
then appreciate it better
Yes.
than when you just have to be talking to
because
them
they
via
always have
social
lots of
media.
questions. You know, they want to know if it's handmade, if it's locally made, are you making it from China or from Ghana? And this is a great selling point for you. To position yourself internationally, the international people, especially the Caucasians, they love things made in Africa and handmade. As soon as you mention handmade and you're telling them it's $1,000, they still want to buy because they feel like you actually use your hand to do it. It's not mass production, machine made somewhere. You know, so make sure you're telling them your selling point, which is that the product is made in Ghana, it is handmade, how many hours has gone into making one. They get excited about all these things, you know.
Wow.
And then also they get excited too when they know that you have some corporate social responsibility, you're giving back. I have this particular design that 10% of what we make on each bag from that collection is called the Madame Dawn collection. Madame Dawn is this African-American customer of mine, and she has these underprivileged children she looks after in Kumasi. So we donate 10% of every Madame Dawn bag we sell to her. That goes towards the upkeep of the children. And they love stories like that. They like to know that you're giving back. You're not just there making money and keeping it to yourself. You're helping your community. So these are some of the things you can use to position yourself for the international market.
Fantastic.
And the quality, I've talked about it. I can't reiterate it enough. You have to make sure that your products are top notch. You're giving off the best quality.
Yeah, that's fantastic, because I mean the reason why I really agree with you when it comes to quality is the fact that even right now certain countries are still struggling with the tag of being known to produce inferior goods. Meanwhile, these countries actually have specifications. So if you want a product that is as cheap as this with a lower quality, they can do it for you. If you also come with a specification for a higher quality, they can. But that tag of producing inferior quality, you know, is just around them, and they are trying so much to get it off them, but it's just not happening. That goes a long way to say that if we are starting, let's start right. Start with the right quality. Let people experience the fact that, wow, when it comes to your quality, it's really on point. And then when you stand out that way, it makes it easier for people to approach you, even if they feel that, okay, your product is slightly more expensive than other people. They appreciate what you've put into your brand and into your product, because, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Definitely, you know, and upgrade yourself in whatever field that you are in, or whatever product you're doing. Make sure that you have knowledge of the product. Okay, to be a designer, you don't need to know how to sew. You have to have a creative mind, and that's the main thing to be a designer. But if you know how to sew, it helps you better.
That's a plus.
If you know how to cut patterns, it helps you better. When I started with just pure passion. You know, I studied communications and law, and so all my studies nothing to do with fashion. So I started with just pure talent and the passion and the natural, you know, creativity that I had. But along the way, I went and I upgraded myself. I went to learn my trade. So I did a bag making course in Italy with one of the prestigious fashion schools in Rome. And I did that in an effort to increase or improve my quality, because I felt like we were doing well, but we could do better. And that was around the time that I wanted to really, really go global. This was in 2015. I started in 2012. 3 years later, I did that course. It was expensive, but I learned a lot. And when I came to impact what I learned to my workers. And guess what? It shows in my products now, because since then, especially the customers that have been with me from the beginning, they were like, oh wow, since you did that course in Italy, we see a big improvement. And that helped me to position my brand as well. So I tell people my bags are Ghana made, but they've got Italian quality or Italian finishing, because I trained in Italy. You see, and Italy is one of the countries known for good leather work.
Quality.
So if you want good, well-made handbags, Italian bags are one of the best in the world. And that's why I went to the best to go and learn. So you have to make sure that you're also learning your trade. It's good to know your trade. It's good that, you know, you have the natural flair, natural talent like I did in the beginning. But if you actually know how to do it as well, or an idea, it helps a lot.
Okay, awesome. So from all what you said, would you say that any kind of trade or product can go global? You know, because sometimes you hear people say, as for this one, dear, Charlie, it's for the local market. You can't go and do this outside. You can't, no, you can't do it. You see, so, but what do you say, just like personally, you know, what do you think? You think that anything can become...
It's an interesting question. In some years ago, I would have said not every product can go global or international. But now, I see all kinds of things going international and global. We have Gary that is well packaged and being sold abroad.
Yes.
Because guess what? You find Ghanaians everywhere. You find Africans everywhere. Gary is eaten by not just Ghanaians. Nigerians eat Gary as well. So you find Gary there. You find our black soap, Alata Semina, being packaged nicely, being called black soap to make it sound posh, and being exported abroad. We have Shito sold abroad. What don't we have selling abroad? So right now, I'll say as long as you package the product well, you brand it well. It's all about branding and packaging. You know the sponge, this rubber sponge, netty sponge that we used to bath. You know it's being sold abroad now, right? Yeah. Packaged it, yes. I know someone in America who's selling them. I know somebody in the UK who is selling those. And they've packaged it so nicely and selling it for what, $15, $20, and people are buying. Amazing. You know, so for me right now, I think the world has become so global. We have so far advanced in the way that we think and the way we pack and the way we brand our products that anything at all with good branding and good packaging can go international.
Oh, that's
nice. My opinion.
Awesome. I think I also agree with you on that. Anything can be sent global, seriously speaking. So you do not just say, okay, I don't think this product is going to work just here in Africa. It can actually go beyond. And let's make that what we can do. Let's make Africa better. Let's make our individual countries better as you're watching me right now. Now, you know, you mentioned that when you started with the bags. And seriously speaking, it stuck with me. Whenever I hear Selena Bebb, the bags, the purses, that's what comes to my mind. Wow. But I mean, you've expanded, and I'm sure that to some other persons, they will say, no, it's not just the bags. I like the clothes. I like this for children. I like that for the men, because she's really expanded. So what made you decide to begin to move from the handbags to the other aspects of what you're doing right now? Is it because you felt like, you know, this is just not enough? I can't be moving and expanding and expanding. Is it that easy to expand when you are just within one particular line and then you want to move to other chains? Is it that easy?
Yes and no. Okay. It's not that easy. It's hard. So I started with just handbags because that is what my main passion is. I love handbags, you know. As a plus-size woman, accessories I find are my best friend. Because with the clothes, it's not every type of clothes that I can wear. But I found out with the accessories, it doesn't matter what size you are, you can wear any necklace you want. This necklace can be worn by me. It can be worn by my lovely Faith here in the studio with us.
Yeah, and it can be worn by me too.
It can be worn by you too, you see. And then with the bag as well, it doesn't matter whether you are big or medium size or plus size or, you know, a slim lady. You can hold any handbag. So that's why I love the accessories, because the clothes I was limited. Yes, so I started off with just the bags because I wanted to carve a niche for myself as the best accessories or handbag maker in Ghana. Honestly, that was my main purpose, you know.
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you. So I stayed with that, and then I added the you know, the wristbeads and the necklaces and the footwear because they're all part of accessories, you know. So I said, okay, I'm an accessories brand. I can't just do bags. Let me add other stuff as well. And it's also growth, isn't it? At some point in your business or in your life, you would want to do more. So the desire was there to add more to it. So for years, 7 years, I was just doing, you know, the bags and the accessories, and that was going fine. But in 2019, I added a clothing brand, reluctantly.
Okay.
I must point that out.
Tell me about it.
Because the clothes, like I said, were not really. I'm fashionable and I love my clothes, but it wasn't really my thing. That's why I even trained in bag making because that is my true passion. But I did the clothes because my customers were asking for it. From day one, they kept saying, why are you not doing clothes? Why are you just doing accessories? We want your shop to be a one-stop shop where we come and we find clothes, we find bags, we find accessories. Yes, my customers were asking for it, you know. And also in 2019, I decided to move from my old shop to a bigger, nicer, and more posh shop. And then, so the new shop, it's so big that I realized I couldn't fill it up with just the bags and accessories. So I said, okay, let me venture into this clothing thing that my customers have been asking for, you know. So I do simple stuff. It's just ready to wear clothes and, you know, dresses and skirts and tops and some shirts for men as well. I do make stuff for men too. I tend to be biased and I promote the lady stuff more. So a lot of my guy friends are like, well, we didn't know you're doing men's stuff, but I do have men's stuff. So that is why I added the clothes. And the clothes, with the accessories, the beads and stuff, it was easy to move from the bags to footwear and accessories because it's all accessories. But with the clothes, it's been a bit challenging because people still see me as an accessories brand. In fact, just last week, there was an award ceremony and I was nominated as Accessories Brand of the Year because people still put me in that category. So when they come and they see the clothes, they're like, well, we didn't know you have clothes now. Okay, maybe next time. And some of them too, it's almost as if they don't trust the clothes because they're like, but you're good with bags. And beads. Why are you doing clothes? You know, and there are those two that get excited. They're like, oh wow, you have clothes now. These are amazing. Why didn't you start doing them ages ago? You know, so it's been a slow process for people to sort of accept the clothing line thing because so most people still come in and they just want to buy a bag or a footwear or accessories. But the clothes are gradually catching on.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So viewers are going to be going for our final commercial break, but the takeout for this particular segment is the fact that, yes, she expanded. She moved beyond the bags that she was known for and went into clothing, you know, for both men and for women. And it's not really been a very smooth journey. However, we would like to let you know that when you decide to expand, do not expect it to be a bed of roses. You're going to face hiccups and hitches, but you just need to be persistent. And over time, people begin to accept you, you know, with the new introductions that you've brought to them, okay? So when we return, we are going to be taking our final session, and we're going to be asking her what are the best practices in this industry that we need to let a lot of people know about, because we find so many women involved in fashion and stuff about grooming. We have too many women there, but best practices are not being followed. So when we return, she will be advising us in that aspect. So do not go away. Okay, you're welcome back to eTV Ghana's African Women's Voices show, the show that tackles issues pertaining to women as they contribute to national development. I'm going back to our Facebook page to acknowledge a whole lot of you, okay? All right, I'm seeing someone who is saying, you did not talk about my wave. I'm waving at you from Gabon. Oh, God, I am so sorry. Okay, I see your wave and I really appreciate you. You say your name is Patience. Patience from Gabon, we acknowledge your wave, okay? And then I see Suzette Sapo. She says, Mrs. T, the phenomenal host. Selena, that is simply beautiful. You are doing very well. Keep it up. I see Edward Mensa. He says, hi, Selena. I am proud of you. Keep it up. More grease to the elbow. I see Miss Na Astadel. She sent us a lot of smileys. I also see Nashika Solomon. She says, wow, I never knew that Selena has ventured into the clothing line. I'm going to go visit her shop. I'm a very good customer of hers when it comes to her bags. Okay, so now you know she's into the clothing line, so please move over. They don't know. And then I also see another gentleman here. He says his name is Festus. Festus says he's watching us from Australia. Wow. He says that Selena is a really beautiful lady. Selena, you're very beautiful.
Even with my mask on. Thank you.
Even with the mask on, you can see through the mask. Okay, all right.
You.
Thank you so much. So before we went on the break, we said we're going to discuss best practices, okay? And Director, are we able to open the phone lines? Because, yeah, if we're able to open the phone lines, I'll be very grateful so that we get people to talk to their fashion designers and artisans and all of that if they get the chance to go through. But please, could you talk to them for us? We need them to really understand this space because we have a lot of women in this space and it always makes it look like women are not ready for the business. You come into this space, you've crowded the space and you're always telling us lies. You don't tell us the truth. You tell us to come for our work today and then we go and then you don't even remember the fabric. It happens. Sometimes you don't even pick your call. Could you please take us through at least some best practices for women to follow, you know, and then get us to be served better as clients?
Right. So my fellow designers and then our dressmakers as well, seamstresses and tailors, let's be professional, okay? let's be professional. That's my camera, right? So let's be professional and be truthful as well. Be honest with your clients. If you tell somebody that clothes are going to be ready in 2 weeks, make sure it's ready in 2 weeks. And we're all human. Sometimes you might not be able to meet a deadline. If you can meet a deadline, make sure you're the one calling the customer to tell them,
okay,
I'm so sorry, give us a few more days. That's what I do. I don't wait for the customer to call, because by the time they call, they're already upset or getting upset. So be truthful. If you know you can't meet the deadline they're giving you as well, let them know, no, I can't meet this deadline. If you know the design they're asking you to do, you can't do, tell them, I can't do this. Don't accept to do something for somebody, and then they ask for this lovely dress that Eunice is wearing, and then they end up getting some plain straight dress. You know, make sure you're truthful. If you can do it, then accept to do it and do it well.
Well, that's very fine.
And like I said, if you can't meet deadline, make sure that you're truthful as well, and call them and tell them you apologize and let them know, give me a day or two more, we'll finish it for you. You know, let's be professional. It's imperative. It's really off-putting when people get disappointed. I've been disappointed several times. You know, by both seamstresses and designers. There's a bit of a difference, but that's for another show.
Another conversation. Oh, okay.
But I like to think my fellow designers are more professional. Yes, but at the end of the day, we're all making clothes and all making accessories. So let's all do better. Best practices, right? We're still on best practice. Okay. So another best practice as well is our attitude to work. Some of our artisans, their attitude to work is not. I work with artisans, and it's my biggest challenge. They will make 10 bags for you, great finishing. The next set of 10 bags,
is deplorable.
Yes. You think it's a different person who made it. Meanwhile, the same set of people made it. You know, let's be consistent. Be consistent. You know, again, be professional. Come to work on time. Make sure that you're cooperating with whoever you're working with. You know, some of them are just so difficult, and it can be frustrating. Another best practice, I would say, is our customer service. It's imperative. This one is for the retail aspect. The shop. If you have a shop, make sure that your customer service is top-notch. Make sure you're offering training for your staff. I worked in customer service in the UK, so I'm really big on that. I make sure I train my staff. If I feel like you're slacking, I'll give you training again. I'll give you training over and over again till you get it right. Because it's important to me. You may have a good product out there, but if your service is bad, people will come once and not come again. Or they'll come a few times and don't come again because the shop girl was not nice, you know. And luckily for me, I've had some very good retail associates. I get calls from some of my customers complimenting me that, oh, your staff are well trained. They gave me really good service. So customer service is imperative. Bad customer service can be very bad for your business.
Okay. All right, let me go to our Facebook page and see whether people are sending in messages. Yes, I'm seeing messages here. Somebody says, please don't mention my name. But what I want to say is that she has really hit it on the head of the nail. I have changed designers for more than 17 times because they all lie. So I'm very happy that she's saying that from now onwards, fashion designers should call us and tell us about the disappointments before we give them a call. Thank you. That's what the person wrote. And she said I should not mention her name, that her fashion designer is watching right now. So she has gotten the message. So if you're a fashion designer who is watching us right now, this is one complaint from a client. It means that people have had enough. And if you don't do something about it, people will leave you. And when they leave you, you still have to start running around looking for somebody to patronize you. I also see another one. Well, for me, I love my designer. She does what I want. I want to say a very big thank you to her. All right. That's a good one. I also see another person here, Paulina. Paulina says, as for my designer, she would never pick her call. She would never pick her call because she knows that she's going to disappoint me. But she's good at her job. That's why I keep coming back. But now that I know that Selena is into clothing as well, I am moving to Selena. So my designer, I'm sorry you have lost me. Wow. Wow, somebody just lost a customer, and that's not good at all. So I'd like you to keep your messages coming, but we are going to be rounding up anyway. If you're able to come in right now within the next 60 seconds, I'm sure I'll be able to read your messages. And then going back to people who are sending us, their waves from all over. I see a wave from Central Region, and she says that her name is Na. Na is from Central Region, and she's saying that she's enjoying the program and she would like to hook up with Selena. Oh, that's fine. Selena is somebody who is really jovial on her social media page. So if you just send her a message, she's going to respond. Or you could also look for her in her shop, okay? So I also see another wave. Person says, I am from Volta Region. I'm actually from Alavanyo. Please mention that Alavanyo people are weaving. Okay. Alavanyo, thank you so much. Hello. Thank you so much. So if you just joined us, unfortunately, we are rounding up the show, but the repeat broadcast is going to be shown to you on Saturday at 12 noon. So if you get the chance to watch it on Saturday at 12 noon, please watch the repeat broadcast. If not, you can also check out our YouTube page. It's going to be there. If you go on our Facebook page as well, it will be there as well. We always ensure that you get the chance to be able to get to hear from our guests and get all the information that you need. If you also have further questions that have not been addressed right now, if you send it to us on our Facebook page, we'll definitely send it across to Selena, and then she can give you a response, okay? Thank you so much to all my sponsors and to other sponsors who want to come on board. The doors are open up that for you so that you can come in and then advertise your products. We definitely will give you the returns that you're looking for. Lizzie's Tomato Mix, thank you so much. Chanashito, thank you for being Ghana's #1 pepper sauce. Afariwa Styles, I'm so grateful. And Awu's Hair, I say thank you so much for making me look this beautiful. So would you have any final words before we just say goodbye to our viewers? You want to share anything else?
Yeah, my final words to our viewers are that make sure that you're doing what you truly love and what you're passionate about. Turn your passion into money for you. Let your passion make money for you.
Okay.
Work hard and never give up. Just persevere, and success will definitely be yours.
Thank you very much. So do enjoy the rest of our interesting lineup for you. Bye-bye.